Hello lads, this is Eugene Blind and it's my EU4 strategy guide. Surprise, surprise, yes. There were only streams, no guides, no historical guides, no any others, and yeah. I'm coming back to the roots of this channel and today we will speak about Poland, also one of the most interesting countries in this game. And honestly speaking, it's not. I can't say it will be just a strategy guide, so direct instruction what should you do. Just more likely it will be my thoughts of what do we have and where can we go if we have chosen Poland to play in this game. Well, so but the structure will be as the previous guides. So it will be as previous guides, but here I was thinking a little bit about these guides, and yeah, let's name them as just my first of one or another country. Well, when we start Poland, what can we see? I can't say that we are studying some huge country, so it's not even France, Castile, even its neighbor Lithuania seems to be far more bigger and stronger. But uh, but yeah, we have right from the beginning. Yeah, it's the next step, but nevertheless, we have two vassals. So we mark Moldavia and vassal Mazovia. We have some not really huge, not really big even army, but 20 regiments. Not good, not bad. Okay, 20 regiments. We need to understand it and think where we can spend them. Speaking of manpower, not so much as it wished to be. So the situation similar with Denmark. So uh, a lot of regiments compared to few manpower. So we have manpower limit is more than 20, 21 and a half, but we need to reach it first. Also, we start without a ruler. On one hand, it's bad, because without rule, we have no ruler stats here. But on the other hand, it's the possibility of one of the just Polish events, the personal union between Poland and Lithuania. So it's some a little bit of random event, but most likely it will happen just in the nearest year. So you will be asked if you wish to adopt the Lithuanian king on your throne, but they will become your senior partner in this union. So you will have one more vassal, let's say so. So you have one more ally. Okay, not vassal. No, I don't want to offend Lithuania. You will have one more vassal who will always support you. So that's quite nice event. Uh, so you will get the ruler, but then your government system will change to. So now it's feudal monarchy. Okay, and then it will change to elective monarchy. So you will not have any heirs in you as in all our kingdoms and monarchies. So the king will be elected among yours nobles or your neighbors. You may affect on it somehow, but so you will just see here or No, you will see here. Who will be your next ruler and from which country? So it will not lead to any personal unions in this case because you have no heir. Your heir will be elected. So it's just a combination of republic and monarchy. So the ruler will rule till the death, and then the next one will be elected. But still, it's a monarchy. But unfortunately, without personal unions. At least if you will not change it to something else, to usual monarchy, for example. Well, also, if we will see on the map, we can guess that troubles may come from anywhere except east, because on this is Lithuania. If you are not willing to ruin your relations right from the beginning of them, I don't see any reasons of this, then you have troubles from anywhere except east, once again, from the north, from the west, and from the south. So you're surrounded by enemies, in most cases. That's minus. So the not so big army with not a minus, not a plus, but poor manpower, it's also minus. Well, coming next. Where is it? So religion. These are your provinces. Once again, wrong religion. These provinces belong to Orthodox Church and Orthodox religion. Moreover, yeah, this one, accepted cultures. They belong to Rufarian culture. Also, this culture right now is not accepted. But if with religion you are not able to do anything right from the beginning because you haven't got enough missionary strength to convert it, then with culture you may do so. Just collect 100 D points and you may accept it. As for me, I think it should be done, because right from the beginning you have the possibility of rebellions here. And also, if we will come back to the army and our manpower, you need to save it at all costs, at least at the beginning. Forts, so we can see several forts here, 1 and 2. Also your vassals are your forts, Lithuania is your ally. So now in the newly patches, so Poland was is not so strong already as it was, but it's not because its own power was reduced, but its neighbors were, their power was increased, especially Hungary first of all, as well as Teutons. So more provinces than you have, as well as Hungary. So they are more powerful now. Now, coming next to the main feature of each country, its national ideas. So, national traditions, calorie cost, and maximum culture. All of this seems to me nice. And yeah, okay, let's go to the ambitions. As we already see them, tolerance of heretics, +3. It means that all Christians will be no problem for you. It's a good news. A bad news that it will be only when you will finish all these ideas. That's a bad, and you already have problems with Orthodox. Then first, production efficiency +10. Good, could be better, but standard bonus, nothing extraordinary. The next one, stability cost modified minus, work extortion minus. Usual bonus of stability decrease, but with war extortion reduce. Then, so it's good. It's better than it could be usual. National manpower modifier plus 25%, infantry compatibility plus 10. Quite nice idea, as for me. So, increasing your manpower, increasing your infantry compatibility. What should we ask more? More of this percent, but guys, nobody has more. And I think the main idea for which Poland seems to be a unique nation. So, which hussars, which winch hussars, yeah, something like this. It should be sound. Cavalry compatibility plus 33%. Just one idea and plus 33% compatibility. And plus, so it's not even one bonus, and plus cavalry to infantry ratio plus 10. So the more cavalry you may maintain in your army without debuff. So compared to infantry and artillery, but plus 33% compatibility. So your cavalry in large numbers will just wipe all enemies out from the battlefield. Of course, yeah, we shouldn't forget about something like discipline, army morale, and so on, and uh, military technologies, other ideas, and so on. But with anything the same, this will give you a tremendous advantage on the battlefield, especially if you will boost it. Or you may not, because it's for me, it's already far enough. The next one, regiment cost, minus 10. It depends on prefer you to hire each time regiments or not, but nevertheless it will save you some money. Discipline plus 5. Standard bonus boost on the discipline. Well, why standard? Somebody has 2.5 for example, so plus 5, it's quite nice. And the last one also is, I think, one of the best boosts in the game. Not so the Prussian ideas or French ideas the same, have more increase, but nevertheless plus 15%. It's also nice. So, and here ambitions, as we can see, we already told tolerance of heretics. So if we will compare all ideas with, for example, its even neighbors, so Poland have quite nice military ideas possible for expansion. So we have national manpower modifier increase, boost on the infantry, huge boost on the cavalry, cheaper regiments with higher discipline, with higher morale, and monthly war extortion will reduce, so it will help us to be in war for a little bit more. That seems to me we will need to be in war always. Not always, okay, but war will be our main craft. Not economy, because unfortunately only one boost. But the war will be our main goal here. And if we were speaking about national ideas, so which idea groups will suit Poland most? First, as a first idea, as I always told you, all is up to you. What would you want to do more to boost the all the benefits Poland already have, or to annihilate some weaknesses? As I think the first idea, it's better to be humanist or religious one, for example, because if you are going to expand, So humanism ideas will help you more if you are going to expand in the nearest years, because it will, as everything, obviously everybody already knows. I think that I love this idea group. So religious unity, and you have already problems with national unrest. You already have problems. Tolerance of heretics, and so even these three ideas already will um, help you to deal with this unpleasant view. So, low religious unity, uh, mm, bad relations with heretics to your religion, with the Orthodox most likely, and so on and so on and so on. But the bad thing of this is that you have a boost only with heretics. That means that, where is it? That means that it will boost only your relations with the Christians. So the Orthodox will be the border here. Then it goes. You will need to deal with Sunni religions. Okay, Caucasus is an exception, as well as Coptic ones. But here comes Sunni, and with humanist ideas, they will not. You will not have any. You will have some boost to the with relations with them. Yeah, it will help, but nevertheless, it will be harder to maintain them. So, for example, if you are not really going to go into the steppe lands or in Anatolia, so if, for example, you will conquer Balkans and the Moscow at the beginning, and then go to west, it will be an ideal option. So with even with Reformation, Protestant religion, no troubles. You will have a +6 boost together with your where is it? With your ambitions and this one boost. So +6, no problems at all. Yeah, with Sunni also you will not have no, the troubles will be less. Okay, let's say so. And if you are going to go there into Sunni, maybe it would be wiser to take this one, religious idea. So you will, yeah, it will not be so easy to maintain the conquered provinces, but it will be, you will be able to convert them much faster. More mercenaries, and they're far more strong. And you will also gain a casus belli on all the neighbors, and soon your neighbors will be of wrong religion if you will not convert by your own. So, but even if you will to, for example, to Protestant or to Reformation, so you will have heretics everywhere. So Orthodox here, if you will be a Catholic, so all the Protestant and Reformation in the north, and in the north of Holy Roman Empire, in Scandinavia, England, for example. Or if you will join them, and the Catholic will be your opponent, so France, Spain, Italy, so you will have the ability to use this casus belli or this casus belli everywhere. I think one of these should be chosen. Humanist, of course. It's my own advice. Okay, coming and what else? And as I think, economic ideas for Poland. As for me, I like these ideas because administrative ideas also seems to me good, but only because of this one. And if you will use mercenaries, they may make some sense here. Expansion, I don't think, only if you're going to colonize Siberia and somewhere else. So if you are going to play in Poland as a colonial nation, but you have not got any boosts here, I don't think it will be even interesting. Or maybe for somebody it will be challenging. Then goes to diplomatic ideas. Once again, you are not going. So Poland is not about colonies. Siberia may be the only one way where you may go, but I don't think it's a must to have direction. So if you are going there, then okay, maybe exploration, yes, but for sure not as a first and even second idea. So in the diplomatic ideas, you may choose from influence ideas and diplomatic ideas. So as right from the beginning, you already have two vassals and the person union, the senior partner. Then I think influence ideas will be more suitable for you. So they are able, you may deal with vassals in a more easier way. The diplomatic connection will be faster. Also graphic expansion, and you will gain it right from the beginning because you have not so many free space where to go. And all bonuses, you know. So I think it looks better than for Poland as the first idea than diplomatic one. But diplomatic can be chosen as the second one. Once again, if you are not going to go into Siberia, for example. The same with trade. Trade ideas are nice, or in the end, so it as an option for a third idea, or for colonial nations, where you need a lot of trades in order to be able to control the trade. So once again, as for me, it's not about Poland. Maybe just in far end of the game. And finally, military ideas. So here we may choose from many of them, except the naval ideas. I don't think there any sense of using them for Poland. I don't think actually that there any sense of using them for any country, because ships are not winning wars. If only you are not a giant overseas empire, but never, even in this case, just build more boats and you will win. That's why this one, yeah, we're not choosing between this and between these five. Once again, if you want to have the Witched Hussars achievement, you need to have 50 plus compatibility of cavalry. Then you will need to get your national idea and to choose aristocratic ideas that will boost your cavalry, and quality. They will boost your quality as well, cavalry as well. But I think even only if you are going to take this achievement, that's all. But you may do so by rolling your ideas in the end of the game, for example. Just get rid of some national ideas and taking this just for achievement. So, but for the game, once again, as for me, I think for Poland it will be a good combination of quantity, defensive ideas compared together with the economic ones. Why? So quantity is good for every country, as for me. It boosts your manpower, pool of regiments, manpower recovery speed, and so on, decreases attrition. So you will have more manpower, more ability to lead the wars, to besiege, to fight in battles, to overcome any opponents just by your pool of recruits. Poland is not an exception. all the big countries, the more you have, the easier war will go. So they have also the good bonus here, land maintenance modifier, compared with, where is it? This one, land maintenance modifier, and the same from the economic ideas, you will have a significant discount on army maintenance. So it will either save your money, so you will spend less on your troops, or you may afford to have more regiments. All of this too is a great bonus. Oh, once again, why defensive? So because of this one, uh, yearly armor traditions, plus at least something will boost them. Some of the ideas will boost them, and moreover, this one plus 50% to your national idea plus 15, so it will be plus 30. Also quite nice boost as for me, so you maybe not be as Perusian Space Marines, but somewhere close to them. But Perusia haven't got plus 33 cavalry compatibility, and you have. All the rest are maybe not so crucial. They're about force, but land attrition as well will be decreased, and so these two ideas will make your army stronger and more massive. So you will just overcome with quantity. Together with already quality, you already have plus 10 to infantry, plus 33 to cavalry, and increased morale. I think it's already a good combo. As the third one, for example, military idea, it can be chosen offensive, for example, maybe aristocratic. It's up to you. Why do I think quality is good for Poland? Because you will spend 3 ideas in nowhere. For sure in nowhere. So ships are not about Poland. So where just look at the map. Where we will fight? In the Baltic, on the Baltic, in the Black Sea, in the Mediterranean. But in order to fight in the Mediterranean, we need to conquer the shore first. And if we will conquer the shore, so it means we will beat Ottomans. Do we need ships here? I don't think. Maybe trade ones, but they're not about combat. So I don't think Poland should do so. Oh, once again, a long talk about ideas. I like to combine them to see how it will work. So, enough for this. You heard my own opinion. If you have the opposite one, so it's up to you. You may choose which one are more suitable for your gameplay. This is how I see it. Now, finally, switch to another point already. Your potential allies and rivals. So, we already speak a little bit about our allies. Right from the beginning, this is Moldavia, your mark, and Mazovia, they are your vassals. So, 2 deep thoughts you already filled. Where are they? Here they are. So right from the beginning, you're not allied with Lithuania. You should do it immediately, as soon as possible, and then hope for this event on the personal union. Pray for this event happened as soon as possible as well. So you already have 3 allies. Let's call them so. So only 1 extra thought remains for a real ally. Yeah, Mazovia is your vassal and you can annex it in the nearest future, so something like 10 plus years. But nevertheless, the first war, if this event on personal union will happen soon, so the first war you will need to lead only with one ally. Who are possible else on as your potential ally? So Teutons are not able as an allies because this is your main enemy. Right from the beginning, you need to their lands are rich enough. For sure, they will rival you in most cases. So here is it. So I don't remember the uh, the game then. I've not always checked who are the rivals of Poland. Sorry, but uh, then I saw it. Teutons always were the rivals of Poland. So and as well, you need Danzig as or Gdansk. It will be renamed after this, after you will conquer it. It will need you to in order to create Commonwealth together with Lithuania. That's why Teutons are can be your ally here. Who else have from the real powers? Who should be mentioned? Um, who else have? We have Muscovy and Novgorod in the north. Will they ally you? I don't think really so. So they're just not interested in this alliance. Maybe Novgorod, maybe in order to deal to protect them from Moscow, maybe they are able to become your ally. So may try to do this. So Moscow in most cases will not accept such an alliance. Hungary from the south. If they will not rival you, unfortunately they are already rivals. If they will not rival, maybe it's an optional. At least you will have a good alliance against the Ottomans from the south. But sooner or later, Hungary will be your way of expansion, so this alliance will not last for too long. And finally, we have Austria, of course, as a optional ally, but it's only worth to be mentioned if you are already going to fight with Hungary, but unfortunately in most cases they're allies. Or for example with Bohemia, if Austria rivals them. I don't think they will help you because Bohemia is a member of Holy Roman Empire, but at least maybe they will not protect them. Maybe, but that's all. So Austria is not a good option as an ally because they can't even reach you if you need their help. And finally, we're coming to the ally which suits you most, as I think, Denmark. Why? They're most suitable for me. Because first, they right at the beginning you have no common interests. Maybe yeah, they will want to take some of Teuton lands, but this seems not so crucial for them. They are more interested in lands in the North Holy Roman Empire. Also, they have two personal unions under Sweden and Norway, so by allying them you will gain 3 extra allies, so Denmark, Sweden and Norway and their armies. So as in your phase, so Poland gets or Denmark gets 3, then Lithuania will become your senior partner. Denmark will get free free allies. So even for Poland, Moldavia, and Lithuania. And only from your decision, you will decide if all you will join Denmark. So it's a good option. So they decide for Norway and Sweden, you decide for your allies. You just need to negotiate between you. That's all. So no one second, third, and fourth ally will be able to betray or not. Can be you need to so you need to deal only with one ally. Let's say so. So too many words, too less, too few cents. This. That's why I think Denmark is great. So also you may have some common interests in the north, but here your ways may go into different directions because they also will would like to take some lands from Novgorod and may even go into the deep of Muscovy, into Russian lands, as well as you are. Also will have to do so. And here you need to take some balance to use them in your wars against Holy Orders, Teutons and Lithuanians with Muscovy, but not to give them too much lands, or even maybe try to at least from the second and third war just to drag into war without offering any lands. Well, with allies, it's all. So in many cases, Brandenburg will ask for an alliance, but if Denmark will not rival you, as in this case, but even if they will do so, you may just restart. That's all. So until they will not. And okay, because Denmark is not the best ally, for sure they will drag you in some internal Holy Roman wars with some miners. You will spend your manpower. You will not be able to take any lands. Maybe, for example, with Pomerania, or if they will drag you into war with Bohemia, into their own war from which you will not be able to gain anything, because the IE may give you some lands only if you have claims on them. So it's they will do more harm to you than they help. So compared to Denmark, for example. So yeah, Denmark also may drag you into war with Holy Roman, but not from the start. And Brandenburg will do it right from the start. Now, coming to rivals. So actually most of them were already mentioned. So let's go from the north to the south and so on. North, Novgorod and Muscovy, more likely, because for sure Muscovy will get rid of Novgorod during several wars, and you will face the great problem in the north. So that's why you need to go here first into Novgorod lands and then into Moscow through Lithuania, through Holy Orders or somehow. But these directions you will have to go here, because in other case Moscow will eat Novgorod, eat all the Russian miners, then begin dealing with hordes. Then they will feel they are strong enough. Or for example, when you will be in war with Ottomans, with some powerful enemies, Ottomans as an example, they will just strike at that moment. So no, Muscovy should not allow it to expand. Hordes. Hordes are not crucial. They can be treated as rivals, as serious rivals, because at the beginning they're fighting with each other. Most likely they get rid of Great Horde. I don't know why, but in most in all last games, Nogai, or at least Kazan and Crimea, they were fighting with Grey Horde and were beating them in most starts. So they will fight with each other at the beginning, then they will Moscow will fight them, but if you will annihilate Moscow, then you will have no any problems with hordes. Just uh, the only problem may be if there will be some 2 or 3 hordes here remains, and they are all allies. So that's, yeah, you will have to face just extra some extra forces, but by the time you will have this area to expand, for sure you will already have some nice forces to just to go through them. Well, south. First border is Hungary. This is your potential ally or enemy. Depends on you and in IE choice. If you're not willing to fight with Hungary right from the beginning, may just restart and till they are not your rivals as an optional. But sooner or less you should go here because why not? Only if Austria will ally them and will not be in war for some long, but for sure Austria will drag in some war with Burgundy, for example, or with France, and you will have the possibility to attack Hungary. In the south there are Balkan Minas, Wallachia, Serbia, Bosnia, Albania, Ragusa. If you will be successful, Ottomans will not eat you. If not, so they will be a meat for Ottomans, unfortunately, to you. Until you will annex Moldavia, and it will happen not soon because Mark, you will need to make them vassal first, then wait till their upset will be reduced, and only after this it will be possible to annex them. And after this you will get an access to the Ottomans. And finally, one of the main threats, as well as Muscovy, the Ottomans. Compared to Muscovy, Ottomans are more likely to expand faster, so they have far more weaker enemies. Actually, they have no opponents even, no really hard opponents in the nearest area. So Mamluks here for sure, and the same Hungary, but it's always possible to eat all your neighbors to become strong enough in order to wipe the Mamluks, and if they were able to wipe them, that's okay, so all the rest of expansion will be just a piece of cake for them. So this is your most deadly and really serious rival, so you need to gather all your forces, all your allies in order to fight them. Maybe if it will be even better to create Commonwealth first, to take control of all these lands, to have really powerful army, and then to engage them, to have all national ideas. So it's just you need only 3 idea groups. It's not so 10 admin tech. Not so long it will take you. By the time, yeah, they will expand, but you will also do the same, and you will be much stronger. You should be much stronger by this time. Well, and from in the west, well, Holy Roman Empire. I think some extra comments are not needed. Austria will for sure protect them. So it's expanding here without Austria will be nearly impossible, but with one little trick. Riga. They're not a member of Holy Roman Empire, but as a trade city in some case. In most cases they will be a member of the trade league. Triadic from the north of the Holy Roman Empire. Um, some some states here, and this is the main possibility for you to fight with these states without dragging Emperor, so Austria at the beginning. You may just declare war on them, rob them, rob their allies, or maybe even take some lands if the cost of ones as an optional. Uh, and you will get a lot of money from this, or maybe even some lands in Holy Roman Empire without fighting with an emperor. So some little trick. Well, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, I already told you this is your potential ally, but in the late period of game, then you have beaten most of your opponents, so yeah, Scandinavia is also a way for expansion. The region is not so pretty rich, but why not? You are fighting with Moscow. You already done with them. You're fighting with hordes. Then you may switch into the north, to the east, north, east, and so on. Because on the west, for example, yeah, with Riga and here. In the north, just in order to get rid of aggressive expansion as an optional. And yeah, I haven't told you about the Holy Orders, but I think all is obvious here. Your main and first targets: Teutons, number 1, and Lithuania, number 2. So, as soon as you are able to attack them, you should do so. Hungary, if they rival you, there is a great chance that they will become an ally of Teutons. Again, if it is not crucial for you, you may restart, because fighting Teutons, Lithuanians, and Hungary at once, it will be hard for you. Even with the help of Denmark, because Denmark needs just first to reach you, reach your country in order to help, and you will fight with Teuton and Lithuanian army and some similar amount of Hungarian army. They have the same size army as Poland, and or even more, a little bit more. So, and right from the beginning they have a boost on cavalry, and you don't. So remember, your boost is not about army at all, cavalry cost, but it will decrease of cavalry cost. It will not help you on the battlefield. So that's why it will be a really tough alliance for you. Then you have get rid of Teutons or conquered some of the lands. Danzig, I think, should be number 1. Then it will be possible, maybe even in the first peace with them, you may try to take at least this province, or maybe even Reval, so something like this board. It will be, you need Reval in order to be able to fabricate claims on Novgorod. You may hope that Lithuania will fabricate some claims on the Russian miners, but it's tricky one. So I always try to rely on my own efforts. So this will help you to go into Novgorod lands, and then so it's the key point and your avant-post into the conquest of the entire Russian land. Then you will conquer Russian lands and areas of Teutons. I don't think that anybody else already will be able to stop you. So too many lands will be under your control, too big army, a lot of manpower, so everybody will be annihilated already. Well, so I don't think there should be some extra um, talk about ways where you need to expand. I already told you the good option of Poland that you may expand everywhere. Into the north, into Scandinavia, into the east, into the Russian lands, and into the steppe lands, into the south, into conquer Balkans, and then the Ottoman lands, and into the west, into Holy Roman Empire. Expand where you have the possibility to do so. So, but right from the start, in everybody, in all directions, it will be hard. So choose at least not more than 2 and boost them, and then you may change them already. Oh yeah, I understand that it sounds a little bit spontaneous, a lot of words here in this so-called guide, but I hope nevertheless that it was useful for you, at least for so now you have the you understand how it can be done. Maybe you have your own opinion how it can be done much better, then it's even better. You may tell it me in comments, for example, what it could be done much better. But I think it's the most obvious way for Poland expansion and for Poland dominating over its neighbors. Country is pretty interesting with pretty nice ideas, good events, and the pretty nice possibility for dominating of Europe and even more, but it's all about already pro players, not about it's not about this guide. Well, folks, thanks for being with me for such a long time as for the guide. I really hope it was, at least in some cases, useful for you. If you have your own thoughts, set them in comments. If you like video, please like. If you don't like, so it's up to you, but please set in comments what you didn't like in it. And if you want to see something like this in future, subscribe on the channel. There will be guides about the game, historical guides, yeah, there will be in future, about some countries, and not only about the EU4, but as well on the Crusader Kings 2 and Hearts of Iron 4. So subscribe and you will not miss anything. Yeah, now for sure that's all. Thanks you me, it was Eugene Blind, and hope to see you on my channel in the nearest future. Bye bye my friends.